Yeah, baby. What's up, dude?
It's been a long time.
It has been a minute.
I shouldn't have left you.
Yeah.
Without a dope beat, you step to.
Yeah.
Step to.
Dude, I'm telling you, that beat.
Step to.
Dude, there's this great video. I have to find it on Facebook. When I lived in North Carolina, I had the mixing machine, and it was literally going ding 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 ding.
Okay.
And it was that groove. I'm telling
yeah?
you, man. And so I posted it on Facebook. We'll have to look at it. We'll have to find it. We'll have to find
Cool.
it. I don't know. New addition to the studio. We now have a waterfall, ladies and gentlemen. We have a waterfall.
Yes.
This is it.
Oh.
I'm dehydrated. I don't know if you know that.
So, I actually meant to ask you, do you know who X-Ash A12 is?
X-Ass A12. Is that Elon's new kid? And I love Elon when he's trying to explain. He's like, it's the number 12. And
He's like X-Ash
dude,
A12 for the precursor to the SR-71.
If I hit my head on this thing one more
scoot
time,
up a little bit.
It's been a little while,
blasting
man.
your back against the arm of this microphone.
Oh, dude, yeah. He named his kid some binary.
Yeah, and it's
source
like
code.
it's like AE, like weird.
Yeah, like
and
a
then
weird...
he's like, that's pronounced Ash.
And then Ash, and then like
A12.
A12, and don't know what it means. Don't care.
Well, that's what it is. It's like the A12 part is like his favorite plane was the SR-71, the Blackbird.
Okay, yeah.
And then the one before it was like the A12.
Okay, too much already. It's too many.
Honor to that
too
or
many.
whatever.
Too many things.
X-Ash A12 Musk.
And you know what's fun? Musk. His name is
Musk.
He's got a nice musk.
Yeah.
But I saw that California won't allow it because they only allow alpha numerical. No, alphanumerical, is that what it is? Or it's just new, A through Z. That's it. That's
the
all
alphabet,
you get.
the English alphabet. We don't get to make up letters or add,
hieroglyphics.
Yeah, you can't the omega or whatever in there. Like my name is such and such. Like
no.
That probably has to do with just the way they set up their keyboards when they're printing out birth certificates and stuff. Like, no, we're not making a new character just for your.
Yeah, no. I know. He's a special dude. You ain't that special. You ain't that special, man. Sorry, Elon.
I'm a fan of Elon Musk, but that's crazy when I saw that. And then you see all the memes where they were like, his son is actually like an alien or whatever.
Yeah. And a lot of people think that he's an alien.
They were like, when X-Ash-12 breaks out of jail or whatever, and they got an alien or whatever.
Dude, this poor kid in elementary school. Like, are you kidding me?
They're just going to call him X.
Just call him X.
That's it.
I'm X.
Yeah, like DMX.
Carol, here. Donovan, here.
I don't think they're going to be calling his name at all. This boy's going to private school.
Yeah. You think he's going? You think he's riding
the
yellow cheese
going
wagon?
to his house.
Yeah, come on, man.
If he even gets taught, like Elon Musk is so like out there, he probably doesn't even believe in a regular school system. He probably has like a tutor come in, or he's going to teach his kid himself.
I teach the child about the stars.
Yeah,
and artificial intelligence.
We're going to space.
Yeah, we're going to space.
You've seen he does some impressive stuff, man. Besides the cars and all that stuff, like seeing the rocket go off and then the rocket come right back down, and they can reuse the rocket. Like that's wild. Like we're living in the future right now. People like asleep, not paying attention to him.
He's a forward thinker, dude. Like I said, a lot of people think he's an alien. He knows a lot.
He's a risk taker for sure.
Yeah, man.
And history remembers the risk takers.
Yeah, he doesn't fit inside your normal box. He's not in the box.
Nah,
he's not an in the box kind of guy.
And business-wise, for people that keep up with stocks and stuff like that, he's not a good... they can make an argument that he's not a good business person.
Yeah.
But he's a genius in the way of just wanting to see things change and throwing it all out there, man. Like, this man doesn't care, obviously, about going bankrupt and destroying his own company, chasing a dream. Like, he doesn't care.
This is the same dude that decided that he was going to make flamethrowers. Mm-hmm. Personal flamethrowers, just to do it. And he did.
And he said the whole electric car thing is not a Tesla thing. It's we need it. He doesn't care if Ford or someone else does it.
He just wants to get us there. Let's get there.
We have to do it. So right now no one else is doing it, so he feels the responsibility. And it's like, hey, if someone else does it more successfully and they get the price down cheaper and it's, accepted by the masses, so be it. It doesn't have to be Tesla. So
yeah.
It's cool. I don't get where he gets his money from. I've never looked into that. This guy seems to never run out of money, despite them saying his company's in the tank.
Yeah, I feel like every couple months it's like Elon Musk and Tesla about to be bankrupt.
But then it's like Elon Musk is going to space.
Yeah, and then he's building a Cybertruck, dude. Yeah. He's bringing a Terminator truck.
The same week that we'll never hear of him again because he destroyed his company. And remember, they were going to take him out of the company like Steve Jobs. They're going to get rid of him and all that stuff.
He smoked the blunt on Rogan's show.
Yeah, and then the next thing is like he's standing there next to NASA as they watch his rocket go into space. Man. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we got to have Jack on here to talk about Elon. He knows a lot more than Elon than us.
Oh, he keeps
up
crazy.
on it. But yeah, Elon Musk, that's crazy. Yeah, the dude's he named his kid something pretty interesting.
X-Ash.
X-Ash.
A12.
Yeah. Wow.
Good for you.
Wow. Great job. You, awesome, man. But yeah, we're back, dude. We're back. Kinda.
Well, here's a spoiler alert. Yeah. We filmed these not on Fridays. I'm not even going to say when we film it, so anybody try to keep track and reverse engineer when we do things.
Yeah, no one cares,
We do not film this on Fridays.
No, we don't.
But next week...
Yeah.
There will be a third child in the house.
Ooh, baby!
So hopefully we gotta knock out the next one
No, we gotta
2 days from now or something.
We may as well just film 3.
No, we don't gotta triple up, but
okay, 4. We'll do 4
for sure. Like next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So here's the thing: I just found this out that because of the way the baby's gonna have to be born and it's gonna be a C-section type of birth or whatever, we're gonna be like out of commission for like 3 days, which it's weird that I didn't even assume that. Because I feel like it's common sense. You're not going to go home the day after. But
right.
I kind of thought that's what was going to happen.
Yeah, no, you're going to be in the hospital. You'll be in the hospital.
Yeah, and it's like, no. We're going to be there for like 3 days. I was like, got to charge the switch.
You're an idiot. You're so stupid. Oh, dude, that's so exciting. I'm so excited for you, man.
It's a great time.
Yeah, about to have a baby, man. We talked about it. That was last week. We talked a little bit about that. That's exciting,
It's
dude.
getting closer, man. The next episode.
Did you get that crib together? Did you get the crib together yet?
No.
The day before, Tony will get that crib
before,
together.
like, Wednesday night.
Dude, I do my best work in the 11th hour. I do my best work in crunch time.
Nah, that's actually bad, too.
It's real bad.
You should not be that way, but...
I've always been that way. Dude, schoolwork.
I'm the worst.
How are you in... Well, I see we're so different. We're alike in a lot of ways.
Schoolwork. I did not do schoolwork at all.
Yeah, schoolwork. I procrastinate like crazy, dude. Like I have my associate's degree in early childhood education. I had to write a number of papers, just like dude, I'm hitting this freaking thing.
It's all right.
My head got bigger in the last 2 months.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, scoot up. Come here. Okay. Scoot this way.
There
you go.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. You're fine.
And then how about that?
Minor adjustments.
We good?
Mid-game adjustments.
Hopefully the focus is still on. So anyway, I would always procrastinate on these papers. Always. And it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just in my nature, man, but I really do. I kill it, though. I kill it.
I didn't procrastinate. I just didn't do it.
What do you mean you didn't do it?
At all. I did not do it. I did not turn it in. I did
turn
not
what
do
in?
work.
What?
I didn't turn in work. I didn't turn in
you
homework.
You have a degree.
Classwork. Oh, in college. That's a college serious.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about school, like beforehand. Like high school, middle school, and elementary. I did no work.
Yeah.
In college, I killed it. In college, I got principal's list.
Then you don't have a degree.
I left college like top 5% or whatever. And that's the difference. So note to parents, because mainly people with kids watch this, I noticed. Your kid is not going to really listen to you the way you want him to until he's like 27, 28, 30.
Yeah, right. If then.
Yeah, everything before that is deception to keep you happy. He's not doing anything on his own. This is not, he feels the need to be the number one. No, he feels the need to not get beat or yelled at or punished. This is his motivation.
Yeah.
You're not going to get self-motivation until your 30s, dude.
Yeah, no, for real.
I didn't feel it.
Yeah, same.
I didn't feel like I'm going to do this because my name is on the line.
Dude,
my reputation. Like, I didn't feel any of that level of responsibility until about 25 and after. Is when I started realizing, my name matters. My reputation matters. I want to be on time because I want people to say Tony's always on time. He's the one you could depend on.
Yeah.
Everything before that was, I'm going to do just good enough to not get beat when I get home. That was it. And I think most kids are that way. And younger parents will they'll get really upset, like my kid doesn't listen, that what's going on, I can't get through to my kid. I think that's the nature of the kid. He's trying to figure everything out. He's trying to figure out how far he can go. And your parents is like the best boundary to kind of see how far you can go in life. Like how far can you push things?
Yeah.
Like that's the safe test. Because your parents, they'll threaten to kill you, but they're not going to kill you.
No, they're not going to kill you.
So you kind of test with your parents how far you could really go. They'll let you know.
Yeah, man. So, that's funny.
I did not feel the desire to be better at anything whatsoever.
Yeah, I felt like I was always kind of, my mom went to college, my dad went to college, James Madison University, you got the degree, you got to get married.
Good.
You get the dog, you get the white fig, which is great. Good. It just wasn't, it wasn't my path, man. It wasn't my path.
And that's fine, because the saying, I don't know if I heard it somewhere else, but the saying I use is, I'm nobody to define someone else's happiness.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. If you wanted to live in a mobile home on 40 acres of land and that's the life you wanted and you're happy, baby. That's all. That's you.
Dude,
that's great.
The older I get, the more I want to be away from everybody.
Yeah.
Like house-wise. Like when I was younger, 20s, I was like, I was living in D.C. I was in downtown. I was in the thick of it, dude. I'm riding the metro, man. I'm literally in the set. I loved it. The older I get, I'm like, wish there was a little bit more space between me and the neighbors. You know, my in-laws live out in Pungo, and they got a killer place out there. It's quiet.
I'm comfortable in all situations, but if I had to pick one, which now I do, it's just quiet.
Yeah, just give me the quiet.
But if I was a bajillionaire, I'd have a house. I'd have a house in Manhattan, like a condo somewhere
that you can go and enjoy.
I enjoy the city,
and then
for like a month or whatever. Then get out, go back, and my main home would be somewhere quiet. Like,
yeah, man.
I love California. Like that little bit of time we were there, San Diego and
that
stuff.
Was fun.
It'd be crazy to live out there.
That was fun.
That's nice. That's and Virginia's kind of that way where it's like you got spots where it's like kind of suburban, and then you got like the city-ish parts where you can go to Portsmouth and stuff like that, and Norfolk. And California is that way in that respect. There's spots that's kind of like secluded, and then you can go into the thick of the city and really get exposed to that. So I can thrive in both, but these days, yeah.
How about a country? If you had to be kicked out of this beautiful country of ours and had to go live somewhere else, where would you go? Where'd you go, Tony?
I've only been to outside of here, like across the water. I've only been to Germany, and Germany's gorgeous. Germany was a whole different lifestyle over there.
I've never been to Germany.
It's great people over there. We went to where were we? We were in Dresden. They say Dresden.
Dresden, you're in Dresden.
Yeah, Dresden, where they got bombed. They got all kinds of stuff over there. So it was crazy. I was like walking around. I ended up walking around by myself because I went with some coworkers and they really weren't interested in seeing the city. We went for like a conference for a whole week, and they wanted to be in conference after conference and then go right back to the hotel room. Yeah, so I would get up and leave by myself.
Nice, good.
And I went and saw the city, and I walked around like just in awe. Like I felt so little on the planet for the first time, like so insignificant, because I was walking around buildings that existed before the United States even existed.
Yeah, that's nuts, right?
Like these people had castles and churches and whole cities before the United States even existed.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to do a lot of global travel when I was in the Marine Corps, traveling with the band and all that, and I got to go to Paris, France, and do that whole thing a couple of times, and go out to like this place, very hallowed ground for the Marine Corps. Any Marines watching, Bella Wood. I actually got to go out there where these Marines fought. We were given that name, the devil dog, the Teufelhunden. And it was very, like you said, you just feel so tiny. You know what I mean? On somewhere where it's just, it's incredible. If possible, you got to get out of this country and go check it out, man. I mean, I've been all over the place, dude. I've been to Japan, I've been to Cambodia, Mongolia, I've been to American Samoa, all these places, and it's so refreshing to just go and see other humans having the human experience in a completely different set of circumstances.
I think it's important to go somewhere where you don't speak the language too.
Oh man,
get exposed to the powerlessness
yes
of going somewhere where you don't know where you are and you don't know the language at all. Go somewhere safe, of course, but go somewhere and experience that.
Yeah,
to feel. I think it's important to feel like you don't matter as much as you thought. You don't know as much as you thought. You don't have the control you thought.
Yeah, dude.
But Germany was cool. Like that was a good experience because people were so nice, and it was easy to go around. And I don't remember anything now, but I did enough research to know like hello, minor things like like where's a bathroom?
Yeah,
to help you with it, like little things like that. I knew enough phrases to like just the polite stuff.
Yeah,
and get into can you speak English? Because I went with one guy where he would just go up to people and just be like, I don't speak English. Like, just like real, I felt like it was kind of like just too abrupt.
Like,
well,
that's America.
You're in somebody else's country.
That's an American, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, but
loud, insensitive.
You can get away with that in America.
Right. It's very different.
I went to Mexico with a buddy, with a coworker. And I remember, I don't know if he watches this. If he does, oh well. But
hell, here we go. Here we go.
But we were in Mexico, and I went only as a translator. That's the only reason I was there.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, so
it was a couple years ago.
We were driving to Mexico, and this was like a dangerous part of Mexico. I don't know if there's a safe part of Mexico. If you're Mexican, I'm sure mean to offend.
There are plenty of safe places in Mexico, Tony.
Trump tells me. Yeah. If we go by what Trump says, there's no safe places in Mexico. Now, there's beautiful. I know a ton of Mexican people that live out here, and they're awesome people. Anyway, but the place we went in Mexico, jokes aside, that place was dangerous. But my American friend, was driving around, and he was lost a little bit. And there was a Mexican person behind him, and they honked the horn because the light was green, and this guy's looking at the GPS trying to figure out where to go. This guy's yelling out the window, turning around, waving hands, and I'm like, bro, we're in Mexico.
We're not down the street, dude.
Like, this is... you
oh, man.
Like, you understand? And in Mexico, the part we were in, there were no police. No police. This was military controlled.
Oh, my God.
There was not a single police officer. Not one. We went everywhere. We couldn't find a police officer. What you saw was, I guess, their army. They had pickup trucks retrofit with turrets.
Yeah.
And they had they had the mask here. You only saw the eyes a little bit, and they were on the back of that, and they would go up and down the streets. You saw that everywhere, up and down the streets, and they'd be on the back of it, turning it like active war zone. Jeez, that's where we were with this guy out the window. I'm like, we're in Mexico, dude. They cut people's heads off here. Like, you understand?
Out
like,
the door, dude. I am leaving.
Well, the thing is, I'll be fine because when they see me, and then they hear me, they like, I'm one of you. I was like, get this guy.
Yeah, take him, kill him.
Blue eyes and blonde hair. I look like you guys a little bit. I'm your cousin. Dude. It's gonna be fine.
It's all good. Put the turret away.
We all came from Spain at one point.
Yes. Dude, I got a great story. I was in the Marine Corps and we were going to perform in Cambodia, and I didn't have a government passport because I had just kind of gotten there. Okay. So me and this other Marine had to go from it's like the scene in Indiana Jones where you're looking at the map and you see the plane.
Yeah.
We're in Hawaii. Bumped it again. In Hawaii, we flew nonstop from Honolulu to D.C. So that's a long flight. So you get to DC. That's a wild flight. That's a wild flight.
Nonstop.
Yeah. It gets crazier. Go to DC. We go to get the passports because we had to wait a few days. Something happened. Blah blah blah. But then we went nonstop from DC to Tokyo. Well, Narita.
Okay.
Nonstop. It was like 22 hours, 23 hours on a plane. It was insane.
The most I did was the 12 to Germany. I think it was 12 or 14.
Anything over 4 or 5 is rough. But you get used to it. We were doing it all the time, so it was like, okay. So, dude, we get to Tokyo and we're there for we get there at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and our flight out of Tokyo, Narita, to Cambodia or Thailand, wherever we were going, was next morning at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So we're like, it's me and my buddy Justin. What's up, Justin? If you're watching, we're like, well, why don't we go to Tokyo? Let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll take the bullet train. We'll go to Tokyo. I'd never been to Tokyo. First time in Japan. I was like, oh, let's go. Cool. Get to the hotel in Narita, put our stuff down, get on the bullet train. It was, I can't remember how much it was, but I was like, it's not too bad. Dude, we fly there on the bullet train, just flying. It was so cool. We get to Tokyo, and I can't remember what day of the week it was. It had to have been a Sunday or something. So we get there at 5 in the evening. We have dinner. We're in Tokyo. This is incredible. It's everything we wanted it to be. It was so awesome. And we're like, all right, well, it's time to head back. Let's head back to the trains. Mm-hmm. This is 8:30 or something like that.
So bullet train?
Bullet train. So we get there, and dude, we walk up. It must have been a little bit later, maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. And it's all shut down. Like a freaking ghost town.
Right.
Can't even get in there. We were like, okay. So we are now in Tokyo, in Narita. I can't remember how far it is, but it's freaking far.
Right.
It took about, it was like 2 hours on a bullet train. Okay. So it's a ways. Yeah. So we're going, well, shit.
So you're 3-4 hours
so
away in a
now
car?
we're 4 hours, 3-4 hours in a car, and we're going, okay, well, maybe we'll get a cab.
Except from here to Philadelphia. That's how far you were.
Get in a cab and go to Philly. No, we didn't do that. We did not do that.
So you had to go city to city?
So what we did was, dude, this is a wild story. I don't know if I've ever told you this.
No, you didn't.
Okay, so here we go. But buckle in, people. It's about to get ridiculous.
Okay.
So it's 9 o'clock at night. The trains are closed. The first train out is at 6 a.m. We figure that out. It's at 6 a.m. So I said, okay, this flight leaves at 8 o'clock. We have to be perfect.
Right.
And we might not even make it. So we were like, well, we're stuck. We're stuck here for the night. We're stuck in Tokyo.
Right.
Well, we didn't get a hotel. We didn't do anything. What we did was we walked around the city all night. All night.
Wide awake.
Wide awake, freaked out.
Yeah.
We don't have any handlers. It's just me and him.
Yeah.
But this is pre-cell phone.
Yeah.
Okay? There's no smartphone. There's nothing. Okay? So we're in Tokyo. Nothing to do until 6 a.m. It's now it's 10. Now it's 11. Now it's 1 and 2 in the morning, and we're just walking around.
And the biggest fear is not missing your flight. The biggest fear is being AWOL.
Where the hell is Cole and Snelson at? Where the hell are they at? So we're in this foreign country, but it was crazy. So, okay. So we have to figure out what train to get on and when it leaves. So we find an internet cafe.
And there's no English letters.
No. So we go.
They got the numbers.
We find an internet cafe. We see it's like everything in downtown Tokyo. It's like you see in the movies, dude. It's like that Bill Murray movie, Lost in Translation. Okay. It's just like that. It's really cool. So we see this giant tower, and it had like a computer symbol on it, and we're like, cool, internet cafe.
Yeah.
Go in there.
And they're playing Minecraft and Counter-Strike? No, they play League of Legends out there and stuff like that. No.
So we go in, and I'm going to keep this PG. We go in, and it's like really dark and dank in this hallway, and we're like, okay. We go in, and they're at the back of this hallway, there's a lady, like a receptionist, and we walk up. It's this old lady. She's like looking at us, and we were like, hello. She goes, both of you? I said, yeah, 2 of us. We need to use the computer. She was like, gets this little key card thing and gives it to us. We pay with yen, okay. 4th floor. I said, okay. 4th floor. Okay. I can't remember exactly what floor, but we went up.
She said she floor. She.
Bro.
Ichi ni san shi.
Oh, nice. Hey, okay. Wakarimasu ka? Doors open. Me and Justin. You just hear it's dark in this long hallway, and there's like rooms, and you just hear very adult noises coming from computer speakers.
Oh man!
And we're like, I look over at Justin. I said, "You know where we are, right? You know what this is?" And he goes, "Yep. Let's go, dude. Let's go." So we go in. We find our little personal space, dude. We go into this. It looked like it was like office cubicles, but they were all doored off, and you go in there and the lights are dim and there's a computer and there's like a mat, but it's like a waterproof mat, dude. So here we are, and I go, all right, I know. Let's go. We get on the computer, Google, and the freaking keyboard is in kanji. It's in kanji characters, the symbols. But I looked closely, and at the very bottom of each key was a very small English letter. And I was like, oh, thank God. So it was like Google.com, okay, Tokyo train. And then, Google, translate this page, and we figured it out. And we figured out what train we needed to go to. But, dude, I'll never forget the noises I was hearing coming down that hallway. And that lady, the receptionist looking at it going, both of you?
Yeah.
Like together? And I was like, yeah, together. We need to use the computer. So she's thinking, these 2 American boys with their high and tight haircuts want to get a little reprieve.
And instead of paying for 2.
Dude. So we figured it out, and then we hung out the rest of the night.
There?
No, not there. Not there. We left very quickly.
At the house of ill repute.
Oh, yes. That's exactly what it was. But, dude, it was the funniest thing ever, and I'll never forget it in my life. And we get on the train in the morning. First train out of there, and we fly back, and we literally had time. We were sprinting from the train station because we were in a hotel that was at the airport. It was right there. We ran up. We didn't even unpack. We literally, when we got there, we just put our bags down and we just left. Right. So we just grabbed our bags and flew down, and we freaking made it, dude. Yeah. We made it. And we got on the plane, and I will never forget that, Justin Snelson. What an incredible night, dude. We had food. We had the best street food. And here's something crazy about Tokyo at night. 2-3 in the morning in New York City is a very different story.
Right.
Any city in America at 2 in the morning, you don't want to be out hanging out on the streets at 2 in the morning anywhere.
Right.
2 in the morning in Tokyo, dude, quiet, no one around. People, it was. If I felt so safe, it was so freaking clean. I mean, it was awesome, dude. It was crazy. It was crazy, too, because it was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and we went down to the train station, and there are men, middle-aged men, in full business suits with their briefcases passed out, like in the stairwells, sleeping.
Oh, wow.
All of them. Like they're ready for work, and they're all sleeping. Some guys are on cardboard, just sleeping. And it was just surreal. I was like, what? What is happening?
They're going to get to work on time.
I guess they get to work on time. They were
That's it.
passed out in suits. It was crazy. It was
I
a wild
wonder
night.
what the rush hour traffic is like. Like they know I got to be here an hour and a half early. I got to be here 3 hours early to make sure I get on this train.
Or they'll cut your finger off, dude.
Yeah, man. It's right at the knuckle right there.
The
they get you to do it yourself, I think. Like,
yeah.
Chop your finger
You
off,
will dishonor yourself.
You spook yourself if the...
Yeah. But it was a wild... That's my Tokyo story, dude. And it was insane. But yeah, going up, when those freaking elevator doors open and you hear these noises, and I was like... I knew right away. I was like, you know what this is. Just was like, I know. Okay, let's go. Go. Let's go. Quick. And then looking at that kanji, I was like, dude, we're so screwed.
So you booted up America Online and...
Yeah.
You asked Jeeves.
Yeah. It
That's
was nuts.
terrible.
No, it was very scary. But once we figured out where we needed to be, we were good.
I mean, it's probably the safest place to be. People are very vulnerable in that particular building.
Yes,
it ain't nothing to be scared about.
No. It's the right kind of people to be around.
No one's worried about you at this moment.
Yeah.
Right now.
And it's funny. I had a GoPro back then. It was their very first GoPro, I think. Was it a GoPro? Or some kind of small camera. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. And there's footage I was documenting the whole night. Mm-hmm. I don't know where it went. I don't know where that footage is.
Yeah.
I don't know where
the Russians got it.
They got it. They got me. But yeah, it was nuts. That was my... But being in Tokyo, to swing it all the way back around, I felt very, very tiny in this big city where some people spoke some English, but for the most part, it was like fish out of water, and it was so cool.
Well, I think that's interesting. Where all the countries I've been to Germany, a couple of the Bahamas Islands and stuff like that, and Mexico. It's crazy how much everywhere I've went, they speak English. They speak English, but
there's
in
a lot
America,
of English out there.
We're not speaking Japanese. We're not speaking Spanish.
No,
we're not speaking nothing. We're American, and you will speak American.
You speak American, man.
Yeah, we speak American.
Why do I need to press 1 for English in my own damn country? Come on, man. Jeez.
So, hey, Spanish is going to be the biggest language here.
It's called the Browning of America. That's a real thing.
The Latinos are producing what is it 4-1, like something like that? Like
no, it is. I took a sociology, or not sociology. It was sociology of the family from my early childhood degree, and we were talking about that, the Browning of America, and how we're all just kind of becoming. And dude, it's awesome. I think it's awesome, dude. Yeah. That's what this country is supposed to be, dude. It's a mixing pot, man.
Yeah.
Some people probably don't want it that way, but it's crazy.
There will be more people looking like me in the future, because we are from Europe, Africa, and India and Puerto Rico. So you will look like me. I'm
telling you,
your blue eyes will be weeded out.
All you blue-eyed people, dude. We
have brown eyes and some have green. That's it.
That is it.
There's no blue eyes in this.
No.
Every now and then you get a blonde. Like that's interesting, but
a blonde hair. I thought you meant blonde eyes.
Yeah, blonde eyes.
Blonde eyes.
Super Saiyan
eyes. But yeah, man. If you can get out of the country, do it, man. It's wild. I was very, very fortunate, man. I was very fortunate to be able to go all kinds of cool places, man.
Yeah, get out of your state. Get out of your local area, man.
Yeah,
but definitely. If you can get out the country, that's crazy. That's a whole different experience.
But even like you mentioned, in America, dude, that's the cool thing about the 50 states, man. It's a very different vibe everywhere you go.
I like it.
Just don't go down to Florida. Just don't go to Florida.
Well, it depends who you are.
Go to Florida.
Or don't
Just
go to Georgia.
Florida people.
Don't go to Georgia. Apparently now.
Yeah, man.
You heard about that? Been keeping up with the news?
Where?
Ahmaud Arbery. Oh man,
what is this?
You gotta watch the news, man. So
yeah, dude.
Two
very
white gentlemen. They claimed they were trying to do a citizen's arrest, and they killed a black man. They got the whole video. You seen it?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know what you were referencing. Yes, I know.
Yeah,
I know
it's
of
crazy,
this.
Man.
No, that is crazy. I feel like we're gonna wake up from this bad dream. I just feel like there's just so much of this crap starting to happen, man. In the last 5-10 years, it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
We don't get political, but I'll say this. I don't care who you are. Let's say he was breaking in, which this is all subject to debate. Let's say he was breaking in. Let's say he was filling a truck full of stuff from the construction house. None of this is punishable by death.
None
of this is punishable by death.
Agreed.
So let's stop going through the whole, well, what was his criminal background and what was he doing in that house? None of that is a death sentence. None of it. And I don't understand why, when a person is killed, why do we go into their criminal history? And I have yet to hear the criminal history of the people that shot him. I haven't seen that brought up. What was their history? Where's their criminal history? And if they don't have one, cool. But no one's looking at theirs.
Just look at their Twitter. Just look at their Twitter history.
Like, come on, man.
You know everything you need to know.
You can still kill a person. You can still kill a black person if you say you're afraid and you can go hunt them down. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, we need to stop this nonsense. And the victim blaming. Like, dude, if we, God forbid, we are walking down the street and there's a guy with a shotgun that says stop, you gonna stop? I'm gonna run. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna fight for my life. I'm gonna defend myself.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, he didn't obey a command. A command from what? Somebody on the street?
Who? Yeah, man.
Like this people are not cops. Like the absurdity that people would defend and try to find it. They find a reason, like, let's find out why he was killed. Yeah. And if we can't find a reason why, then let's look up what he might have done and what might have he been wanting to do. Because now we're trying to judge somebody based on what they might have wanted to do. Yeah. He might not have stole something there, but he was trying to case the joint. So it's okay to kill him. Like, yo, human life has to be worth way more than that, man. It has to be. We're taught and you believe in the Second Amendment and you have weapons and guns and stuff like that. We have guns in the house. You're taught as a responsible gun owner, you don't take that gun out unless your life is at risk and it's the end of the world. Yeah. Like, you no longer have any choice whatsoever, and this was the last thing I could have done. Yeah. You don't walk around with a gun out and threatening people. That's a force escalator, a force multiplier. Yeah, man. At that point, you're responsible. I would tell people...
We were just talking about that, about, like, you know, God forbid somebody breaks into your house.
Yeah, no, you
it's like, in Virginia, it's very different.
Boom, 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 shooting everywhere. Like,
you can't chase them down the road, dude.
and people that have guns, this is what they tell themselves. Unless it's time to blame or unless it's time to make it right for killing someone. But when it's like behind the scenes and like NRA meetings and talking about responsible gun ownership, they always talk about you never take that gun out for anything. You do not take it out. As soon as somebody gets killed, it's, oh no, you can walk around, but it's your right. No, you got to be responsible, man. I've said it a whole bunch of times. If we want to keep our guns, you better be setting a standard and being way more responsible, because these people will take your guns. They might not want to take them right now, but you keep giving these people the ammo and the fuel, they'll take your guns if you keep messing around and just being completely irresponsible and killing people left and right and shooting because you're not acting responsibly. So it's crazy to me. Like, it's dude, that should be the last thing you pull out. Like, that's like, I had no other choice. This person was about to kill me. He had a knife. He was coming at me. His hands were around my neck, and I pulled my gun. Yeah. But this whole thing about, now I'm going to stop you from down the street, and I got my gun out, and I'm either having it here or pointed at you, and I'm telling you, that's it. It's just crazy. That's wild. That's where we're at today. But and this 2020 is wild. Like, it just keeps snowballing into like random stuff just keeps happening. Like, people dying, people getting killed. The murder hornets are coming. There's still no toilet paper.
Dude, what the hell?
We gotta have the so Jack, what's up? Jack has he does a great job at his podcast where he has like segments. We need to have a segment. It's like, what is the stock? Like, what's the status of toilet paper in Virginia?
Yeah, how we doing?
Like, toilet paper watch. Boom. Yeah,
There's
still no toilet paper. Here we go.
Harris Teeter, Walmart.
Week 10 or whatever, still no toilet paper.
Dude.
And the Hornets are coming.
And the Hornets are here. The murder Hornets are here.
They said that those have been here. That was the media pumping it up. That's a Hornet that's always in the United States. This is not something new. But since the media likes to sensationalize
I don't know enough.
Yeah, I don't know
enough to speak on the murder Hornets.
I know a little bit about the media as far as I get into contact with some news media outlets out there. Wavy TV and all you guys. Yeah. You guys need to stop trying to make a story out of everything when they're going around asking, so how many people in the city have coronavirus? And how many people have died from it? And they were looking, there was people, I'm not going to say any names, there was people at some of these news organizations that I know of that were literally looking for, they wanted the numbers of how many people have committed suicide since the coronavirus, how many people have domestic abuse, because they're just dying looking for a story. And they're not looking for nothing positive. They're just looking for something sensationalized. Yeah. You guys are that bored? Like, just... That's why, like, John Krasinski doing Some Good News. That's like, I don't know. Most of it is our fault. They wouldn't be doing it if we don't consume it.
I've kind of stopped consuming, and that's why I still try to stay informed, but I'm not watching that crap. I'm not.
Yeah, we should do a better job of filtering that stuff out. Just completely cut it off and show these people that there's no money to be made in giving us poison.
Yeah, it really is.
That's
a lot of it is
poison.
You're poisoning,
of it is, and you're responsible for what you put through your eyes and through your ears, and that stuff affects you. That stuff really affects you. And forget about the personality types, but words. Like, I was telling our friend today that I made a comment where I asked, what she was doing with her hobbies and her side business and stuff. She was like, "Oh, it's a little thing I put together." I was like, "Don't say it's a little thing." Because I really believe that, like, on a spiritual level and on a psychological level, once you tell yourself a certain thing, that came out of your mouth, that's your truth, that's the way it is now.
It's very powerful.
If you say this little hobby of ours making videos, that's what it's going to be.
It's going to stay a little hobby.
You said it. You've already I've been reading the book, The 4 Agreements. I had mentioned it last time, and it's an interesting book because it talks about the power of your words. To be eloquent with your words, to be conscious of what comes out of your mouth and how that becomes the truth. That's it. You said it because already in here, it's already taken a seat, and that's what's going on. So we say my little hobby there, that's what it's going to continue to be because that's what you say it is. That's it. You got to start talking like this is a big deal to you. This is huge. This is a major thing I'm excited about. Because if you're not excited about it, why should I be as a consumer?
Yeah, man.
This little thing I'm throwing around like, hey, I got a whole bunch of other people doing it better that are really out here chasing their dream. That's what I'd rather watch.
Yeah.
Not somebody that's like, oh, it's a little thing I'm doing. Like,
that's kind of how
my kids do a bunch of little things. I'm not trying to dedicate 4 hours to your little stuff there. Like, to feign excitement. Like, nah, man. You gotta be real conscious with your words. I think it's important.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next.
And then now you're measuring everything?
Before I say it.
Barack Obama was good at that.
Barack Obama
was, you'd hear him think. I saw, who was it that did a bit like that was talking about that? I think it was Trevor Noah that was saying you could hear him thinking. He'd be like, I want to inform you that, like.
He's trying not to slap people.
That's good, though.
Yeah.
Measure your words, man. That's all you live and die by right now.
I've learned a lot from you since we've reconnected.
Well, as a musician, and you're the type of musician that doesn't do lyrics, but as a musician, you can understand this, is that out of your mouth, you have the power to create. And I think that's something I really enjoy about music as a writer. I enjoy that to where out of thin air, I can create something that didn't exist. Yeah, man. That's awesome. That with words, I can create that. And with that creation can affect you, can have you thinking, can have you reflect, and can make you sad, happy. That's incredibly powerful. And outside of music, your words have incredible weight, man. We create scars and we create powerful moments that people remember forever based on your words.
Better measure it. Measure it from the bottom of the meniscus.
Measure it. Remember the saying I told you that my dad said and the Hispanics always said, you're a slave to your words and you're owner of your thoughts.
Boom.
That's it. You said it. That's it. You live behind that. That's it. What you say?
Better think about it.
That's why when I get at my angriest, I start to repeat what people say. I will repeat it to their face. Oh, you don't ever care about this? I don't ever care about this. You don't ever care? Say it again. I don't ever care about it. Okay. We've established this. You're going to live with that now. You're going to live with that. You're going to carry that. All right? That's it. Stand behind what you say. I'm good for that, man. I teach my kids that all the time. Do whatever you're going to do, but you better stand behind it. Yeah. A lot of times I'll test them. You make the decision. Don't do it out of fear of what I would do or what I wouldn't do. You make the decision and you be happy with the choice you make. Be happy with it. Don't say I did it because of somebody else. Or this happened or blame it on someone else. No, I wanted that. That's it. Your word, man.
I'm into it.
Your word is important.
I just yawned.
It is yawned, so we're going to be done because everybody else yawned, I guess, at this point.
I'm tired now, Tony. You warm me out.
Is that what it is?
No.
It's a little warm in this room, too.
It's very warm in this room. Do you see the rosacea, the redness? Do I look like a beet?
All right, so let's wrap it up. This is going to be the new norm. I guess we're back in here.
Yeah. Slowly, we're kind of reintegrating back into the video production world. Slowly, safely.
We're being careful. Look, you know what? We got the masks, right?
And 95, baby.
So
courtesy
courtesy of Brianna Cole. Phase 1 doesn't mean go be stupid and get us back into phase 0, guys. All right?
Jeez Louise.
It doesn't mean hit the beach and mess around. All right, phase 1 really changes.
I'm talking about Virginia here.
Yeah, Virginia. Look, phase 1 of this does not mean go hit the beach and do whatever you want. We're gonna go run to Applebee's and then go flood that thing. All right.
Yeah, we're going to the mall, baby.
Phase 1. Look at what phase 1 really means. All it means is barbershops are open, and everything else stays the same.
That's basically it.
It's like barbershops are open. Stay in your house.
Yeah.
You may now leave to go get a haircut.
What are they calling it? Safer at home.
Safer at home.
Safer at home. Safer. Hey, guess what? You were safer at home before COVID.
And I'm gonna tell you something. This governor has shown you that he is not afraid of shutting this thing down.
No, yeah.
I don't think that he is beyond the idea of if phase 1 doesn't work, we're going back to phase 0 because the curve did not flatten no more. We're back up, and we're gonna shut everything right back down. Barbers are done, so
yeah.
Please safe.
Be careful. Please be careful out there, everybody.
What Jack says: be safe, be vigilant,
wise, be vigilant,
be
ready.
And knowledge is good.
Knowledge is good.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tony.
Hey, and I'm Matt.
And this is the Tsunami Podcast.
We're back, man. Let's go. Waterfall. That looks nice, huh?